Hello YouTube, this is BlairWiz, first YouTube video on a game that is actually pretty old. This is an RPG Maker VX game decided to do a Let's Play of called Lost Heaven. Came out in 2009. Game is made by a guy that I've been looking for actually, Ashvir. This was a demo released back when RPG Maker VX.net was still a thing. And I'd been hoping to get a chance to stream this or play this online, so I figured I could since nobody actually had posted a full playthrough of the game. And I think this game deserves it. It's a really good game. Even though VX Ace and RPG Maker MV have come out, I still haven't found a game that matches the storytelling that this game has. Enough of my talking, let's just jump into the game. Now, this game has a fully nice opening credits, which I don't see in the X games very often. They usually just cut straight to the story. But I think it's actually pretty fitting. After playing through this game, I played through it already once, and this is going to be, I think, my third or fourth playthrough. Although, back when it first came out, I played it 2 times, because the first time I played it shocked me. The second time, I analyzed it, because this is a game I base most of my creation process off, because it executes things really well, let's just say that. Anyway, we get a picture of a general looking guy going upstairs. And we get the freaking name of the game across the screen, Lost Heaven. It's raining out. If anyone's going to be annoyed, I'm going to be doing voice acting, so if anyone doesn't like that, I'm sorry. I feel the need to do so. We have this guy, his name is the Soothsayer, and he says, "So good of you to come, Captain Moros. Let us have a drink to celebrate the beginning of the new lunar year." "I have no time for idle banter. Just tell me what you have seen and what I am to do." "Impetuous as always. Very well then, Captain. I have good news for you. I have seen the future and the fate of the 4 great kingdoms. Our kingdom of Kana. Kana. The naval kingdom of Maidenhall. The jewel of the tropics, Moonbrook. And the war-torn nation of Rome. All 4 kingdoms shall be united under one common banner, ours. Kanak will rule over all of Terra, and there will be ... peace." Excellent. I have waited a long time to hear this news. With our military and economic strength, ruling all of Terra is inevitable. This merely proves that it is fate. No, it is destiny, that Kanak shall conquer all of the other kingdoms of the world. I advise that you prepare your troops very soon. The time to strike is now, and victory is guaranteed. It will be done. Thank you for your counsel. Once again, wise Soothsayer. King Aegis will be pleased. As he slowly exits the room, ... Mindless humans, they can be manipulated so easily once they are blinded by emotion and greed. All thanks to the warmongering nation of Kanak, the prophecy shall be fulfilled. When the world is enveloped by chaos, we shall rise once again. The wheels have finally been set in motion. The reign of these unfit beings over Terra is soon coming to a very bitter end. The soul cage human may prove to be a problem. But like the rest of his species, he is utterly and completely oblivious. Somewhere between Cannock and Midenhall. Cold. I need to restart this fire. More firewood and some timber should do the trick. Ah, obvious directions is obvious. Use the directional keys to move around. You don't say. Ooh, use enter to interact with objects and confirm choices. You don't say again. Alright, well, seems to be a guy in a forest, all alone. This is the start of a grand adventure, don't you think? This outdated map has been completely useless so far. Might as well burn it as tinder. That's exactly what I say. I find a map, I burn it. I totally don't use it for directions or anything else. And again, if it has been useless, I guess we should do that. Oh. So as you can see, it seems to be using tiles from RPG Maker XP, so that's something. Fire. Ooh, some firewood. This dried up old log should work. Receive firewood. Go with this. Alrighty. Nice. There we go. Fantastic. Another wasted night in this damn forest. I'm starting to think there was never a shortcut to Midenhall in the first place. Damn that old man. Damn old people. Us whippersnappers just aren't cut out to live in the woods. Oh, let's see here. ... You need me to do what? You heard me, sonny boy. If you don't deliver this package to Midenhall, consider yourself evicted. That's kind of a dick move. You can't be serious, you old geezer. There's no way I can afford passage to Midenhall. And there's absolutely no way I'm going to walk and freeze my ass off. Agreed. Relax, Mr. Loto. There's a path through tangled woods that not many people know about. You can reach Midenhall in just a few days, says the creepy old man. Your godfather promised that you would help me out with any task that I needed as long as I let you live here. Now it's time for you to live up to his promise. I suppose there's no helping it then. Don't worry, I'll give you a map and some equipment to help you on your trip. Just keep the package safe, my boy. Yeah, whatever. Let's just get this stupid thing over with. Hopefully these uncharted woods won't be the death of me. I hope that Mr. Loto leaves Cannock before it is too late. I do not know how much time we have left. Oh. Might as well get some rest. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to find a way out. Alright, now we can see. No choice but to continue through this damn forest. Man, I could have been sleeping in my bed back in Cannock right now. The cliche RPG enemy, the slime. You got a problem with me, slime ball? ... It's your move, little guy. I suggest you just crawling out of my way. ... Oh? I didn't think so. What a bother. Alright, we have our first taste of combat. As you can see, the game takes a second to load, because why not? Slime emerged. Alright, no problem. Not only are these slimes stupid as hell, they're also really weak. Gosh, like I said, I love the character. Barely even know anything about him and I already love him. Alright, well, like I said before, this is the combat. We're going up against a slime, it seems. He doesn't use the... Ashvir decided not to just use the traditional battle system. He used a side view, a kind of a trick of the side view. And he even included some new elements for the game. We have focus. Focus raises your strength and recovers some MP, so it's good for if you're low on MP. We have combat, but we don't know any skills, so that's not going to be helpful. Guard items. We've got a mysterious parcel, a locked package of unknown contents entrusted to Kai. Mysterious. Final medical herb restores health. Antidote herb heals poison and restores health. And a 10, where it restores all allies. So, alright, let's start fighting. I just gotta remember to attack with my sword and defend if I need to protect myself and restore some health and mana. If I really feel like being a jerk, I can focus to boost up my attack power and just steamroll this poor little bastard. See, how can you not like him? Freaking curses, just like every person I know, actually. Oh, right, attack. Wow, this bugger is a lot tougher than the normal slimes in this forest. If I run into trouble, I can usually escape or use items. It would be pretty embarrassing to run away from this pushover though, so let's just finish this. Oh, wow, that is a strong slime. Ooh. Alright, let's finish him off. Sweet. Alright, our first battle, and we're victorious. Acquired 6 XP, obtained 5 Gs, acquired 1 AP. Nice. Experience gained after battles will eventually level up your character. Boosting stats. Ability points are also gained through battle and are automatically allocated to learning skills based on your equipment. Only once a skill is mastered can you actually use it. Different skills have different AP requirements before being mastered. Passive skills are earned in the same fashion, but must be set manually through the menu. That was a good morning workout. Feel more prepared to fight right now. Time to get moving. Alright. Seems like we're done with introduction. I actually have complete control of the character, and I can go on my menu. Alright, so let's stop for a second and just get acquainted with the menu before I go much further. Obviously we have our items. Thankfully Ashvir opted with a system that actually organizes equipment, so we can find things pretty easily now. We have skills, we don't know jack squat. We have equipment. Ashvir has a lot of slots. At first, when I played this, I didn't think this was going to be intuitive at all, because I didn't think any game needed this many different equip slots. But he makes it work, somehow. We have a copper sword, teaches us double slash, and boosts our strength, and among other things. So we have our status, you can see what we look like, and we have our ability points. Alright, so new for this game are ability points and passive skills. Passive skills are actually equipped, and there's a set limit on the amount of skills. I hadn't seen this was the first time I came across it when I first played this game. I hadn't seen this system. So I actually was really impressed with it. I actually wish more games used this because it strikes a balance. Instead of being able to equip every passive skill you want, it sets a certain limit and you have to just pick and choose. So this is nice. Ability points, they just show what skills you can learn. So like Final Fantasy IX, if you've played that before, you know that if you equip gear, depending on how strong you are, how much fighting you do with said gear, you'll learn the skill eventually. So right now we're going to learn double slash, slashes at 2 random enemies, and conviction. Increases melee's critical strike chance by 5%. All pretty good. So it's looking pretty good. Alright, well let's get moving. Let's get moving through here. So we're in a forest. Ooh, leather gloves. So we already have some gear we can just start equipping. So let's look through the many arms. Oh, that's kind of. So gloves made of thick animal hide allow for better weapon grip. We equip that. Teaches us parry too, apparently. Alright, let's get going. So, like I said before, this is one of my favorite, I might have said, not sure if I've said it now, this is one of my favorite RPG Maker VX games, and actually, Ace RPG Maker BX Ace and MV have come out, and I still haven't found a game with quite a compelling story. Ooh, alright, we're up against a bat, so let's just start attacking. Anyway, one of the reasons why I like it is, as you can plainly see when we started battling, is the custom sprites he uses for battling. I looked up where these came from. These are Ragnarok sprites, apparently from a particular game, but he mixed them up a little bit. They're not exactly the same, they're not perfect copies. But he used them to make some of the characters and the in-game battlers and stuff. They look pretty good, especially considering this is DX that we're talking about. So, let's just see, we got an Ether. So, in case you hadn't already noticed, battles, there's random encounters, sort of, but for this game, there's going to be, the only way you battle is if you run into an enemy like I just did right there. So I ran into it, and I gotta fight it. So enemies attack, of course, and shows 0 MP for some reason. But I don't let that bother me. Anyway, come through, and defeat it. Pretty simple right now. Anyway, parry was mastered. Okay, so when you master a skill, you can see it pop up on there. Parry, take up a defensive stance, avoiding 50% of all physical attacks for 3 turns. Very handy. Anyway, so about the graphics, this game, despite using default graphics, people I see on forums tend to think that they feel like they have to use custom graphics to make their game better or make their game stand out. This is a good example of a game that pretty much says no to that. Not only does it use default graphics, it really doesn't do that much, but he does a lot with what he does have. I'm going to admit that he does have a really good battle system. But his story is what really sold me on this game. When I first played my first playthrough, I thought it was slow, and it was interesting. But it wasn't until the first huge plot twist that it got me invested into playing the game all the way through. This game does have a somewhat slow start, but once you get into it, you don't want to stop playing. At least that's how I felt when I first played this game. Alright, well, I should probably, tell you a little bit about myself. I guess you can call me an RPG Maker noob. I've been dabbling in and out of VX, Ace, and even now MV for like a couple years, but I haven't had the time to actually try to build a game. Like, I had a lot of ideas, a lot of them stemming from this game specifically, but nothing concrete, nothing. I suck at making a story, which is why I like this game, because it does an insanely good job at it. I really wish this wasn't just a demo. I wish this was the full game, because he does such a good job, and he got so far. This game is I think this game took me about 15 hours to complete. Me just playing and having fun with it. So, yeah, it's really long for a VX game, and I usually never put that much time in a VX game unless I actually like something about it. The first thing that caught my attention was obviously the battle system and the custom sprites, because that's cool, that's different. Even his mapping, the guy who mapped this, Ashvir, did a pretty good job. Even with the default typesets, he knows how to map. Another thing that I have problems with in DX games is the mapping. Like, they don't map properly, they just kind of throw anything everywhere. They make houses too big or too small, and I'm really hypercritical of mapping in general, but this guy does a good job. I don't mind it at all. Anyway, alright, we're about to reach our 20-minute limit. I'm going to try to keep these videos 20 minutes, so I don't... Video is getting too big. Well, shit. Thought my video was going to be too big. In any case, well, shoot. In this game, though, thankfully I can save anywhere in the game. As you can see, I already have some save data from one of my previous runs. Alright. I think I need to call it quits because I have over 20 minutes. Anyway, when I do part 2, I'll tell you more about the game and see how much farther Kyle can get in this empty forest. Alright, BlairWiz, signing out.